gathered in the centre of Moscow today to protest at apparent irregularities during yesterday's parliamentary elections and to call for Prime Minister Putin to resign. Official observers from the EU say the poll was conducted unfairly. The Americans say they too have serious concerns about it. Daniel Sanford has sent this report.
Less than a mile from the Kremlin, on an upmarket boulevard, riot police struggling to clear the biggest demonstration this city has seen since the 1990s. It was an almost spontaneous reaction to what the crowd believed was a fixed election. Russia without Putin, they shouted, their anger focused on the country's Prime Minister, Vladimir Putin, who's been in power for almost 12 years, but who is now blamed for presiding over a bureaucracy tainted by rampant corruption.
Now we look back and realize that we've got nothing. No reform of the police, no reform of the army, no battle against corruption. It's obvious that people who 2 years ago were fervent supporters of Putin, now they just say, look mate, we hired you, but you haven't done anything. That's why we don't support you.
What made this demonstration remarkable was not just the size, it was also the protesters themselves. They were Moscow's young middle class, who feel that in Putin's Russia they have no future, but who can't see how to change it when they feel the elections are so unfair. This has been a bad month for Vladimir Putin. First he was booed in public, then he lost a third of his seats in the parliament, and now there's been the biggest demonstration in Moscow for more than a decade. But the opposition are not well organised, and it's unclear that they can sustain this level of protest. Daniel Sanford, BBC News, Moscow.
And coming up on tonight's programme.